Morning. My pranams to all Atma Jyotis. Today, the topic is witness consciousness. I have heard a story long back during Buddha's time. One astrologer was going in a forest. He saw some footprints. The footprints had marks of an emperor. He was able to he was expert in reading footprints and handprints, and he saw the marks of an emperor on that footprint. He was amazed. Which emperor has come here? He starts following the footprint and he sees one monk sleeping near the tree. The monk looked radiant. There was a glow on the face of the monk. The astrologer asks him, "Are you an emperor? I saw the footprint of the emperor and I came here." The monk says, "No, I am not an emperor. You seem to be very radiant. Are you a god? Your face is glowing. Are you a divine being?" The astrologer asks, "No, no, I am not a divine being. Your voice seems to be melodious. Are you a musician?" The monk says, "No, I am not a musician." "Then what are you? Who are you? Why your face is so glowing? Why you are so relaxed and radiant?" The monk says, "I am awareness. I am simply awareness. I am the awakened one. I realized my true nature as awareness." The monk was none other than Buddha. We human beings identify ourselves with many things. The astrologer asked Buddha, "Are you an emperor? Are you a musician? Are you a god?" All these are related to our social identity or religious identity. A god is a religious identity. Emperor is a social identity. So society recognizes through our identities. Who am I really? Sri Ramana Maharshi asked the question, us, find out who you are. What am I really? Am I my identities? What do I know about myself? Whatever I know about myself is from the society. from outer. There are three aspects of me: what I think I am, what society thinks of me, and what really I am. I never give a thought to find out who really I am. I always focus my attention on what society thinks of me or what I think of myself. Any thought about myself is conceptualization. For society, I am known as engineer. For my wife, I am husband. For my children, I am a father. These are all social identities. We start living the social identity as a real I. The real I is none of this. I also think of myself as a good man. I'm so good. I'm good. I'm good in music. I'm good in studies. So this is what I think about myself. Really, who I am. This is the spiritual journey. This is the spiritual question which you have to address. Who I am is the only spiritual question we have to address. Really, who I am, not what I think I am or not what society thinks of I am. Really, what I am. Who I am. When I was born, I was an innocent child. I had no identity. In that innocence, there was bliss, there was joy, there was peace. But as I started growing up, I was given a name called Prabhu, and I came to know that I am a boy. Gradually, I started learning about myself from the society. And this society identity given by the society became my identity. What happened to the innocence? What about the peace which I was born with? Is gone. As I started developing the identity based on the social conditioning, I started believing in that. I started living my life as a social entity, not really who I am. And this forgetfulness of real I causes a lot of stress. Perpetually, I am trying to fit myself into a social identity, correct myself for the social identity. It's a stressful situation because never you can satisfy the society. What happened to me? The child, the innocent child, was peaceful, blissful. All my problem started when started with the mind developing. The mind means social identity. Before mind developed, also I was there. Consciousness, the innocent consciousness of the child. Even when the mind develops that innocent consciousness, the consciousness is there, but it has taken a back seat. The spiritual journey is to uncover that reality of myself, which is already there, the consciousness, the innocence and the peace of the child, which is in the form of consciousness, which is already there. But it's lost in the social identities which have developed, social identities which have been conditioned to believe. So that's why the spiritual journey is to find the answer who really I am. The answer for who really I am is not a thought, not an idea. The real nature of myself is peace. It's called Parashanti in Bhagavad Gita. The supreme peace is my nature. Have I lost it? No. It's there all the time. It's forgotten. During waking, during morning when I wake up, I experience the body and the mind and the world, and the stress starts. When I go to sleep, there's a dream world. In the dream world also, there is a experience, there's stress there. In deep sleep, I have peace. In deep sleep, there's no body, there's no mind, there's no world. I am by myself. Since there's no thought, there's no mind, there's no identity. My real nature is experienced in deep sleep as peace. Rest of the time, when the identity comes up, I'm stressed out. The spirituality is to find out the real nature of myself as I experienced in my childhood, when I was child, innocent child, peaceful, or the type of peace I experience in deep sleep. This can be done only through self-enquiry, and the self-enquiry is the spiritual search. In the name of spiritual search, people do many things without your knowing where they're heading. The spiritual journey is inner journey into the self. But we confuse the outer journey as the inner journey. I have heard the story of Mullah Nasruddin. One night, Mullah Nasruddin was traveling in a forest. There was a well. He saw the full moon shining in the well, reflected in the waters of the well. Mullah got worried. The moon has fallen. I have to lift the moon. I have to save the moon. So he brings a bucket, a big rope, tries to lift the moon from the well. However hard he tries, the moon still is there. Moon doesn't come out of the well. In his struggle, the bucket gets stuck in the well. Mullah is trying to pull the rope and suddenly falls. When he falls, he sees the moon shining in the sky. The mullah is very happy. I have saved the moon. See, the moon is in the sky. I have saved the moon. Our spiritual journey is like that. Our Atma or the self is always shining. It's like a moon. Nothing has happened to that. It is reflected in the mind and reflected in the body and reflected in the world. And we try a lot to do a spiritual journey in terms of practices in the world. We search for the self in the temples. We search for the self in the ashrams. We search for the self in Himalayas, because Himalaya is a peaceful place. Trying to save the moon from the well. Then we do a lot of chanting, lot of puja, lot of rituals, searching for the self in the heavenly regions. The self is already there, shining in the inner sky, inner space, the Atma. That We are not recognizing. All that we have to do is turn our attention inwards. Instead of that, we spend a lot of time in the activities trying to search for the self. We have to recognize the self which is already shining, called Atma. What is this shining self? What is this self which is shining? If you ask somebody, who are you? He says, I am an engineer. I am husband. Okay. I am a man. I am a good musician. So one thing is certain in all this, that I am is there, and after that a lot of qualifications are added. So remove all the qualifications. What you are as I am is the unqualified I am. For that, a lot of qualifications are added. I am man, I am engineer, I am husband, I am father. So a lot of qualifications are added. Remove the qualifications, then there is I am there, no? That I am is what you are, what I am really. Everything else is what I think I am or what society thinks of me. All the qualifications are added after I am is the conditioning. The qualifications added by society. So catch hold of that I am, which is not qualified. Everybody knows I am. Whenever you speak, first you speak of I am. Then you add some qualifications. That real I am, that I am, does anybody have to tell you what is that I am is about? The I am without a qualification, that man, woman, husband, wife, or engineer or doctor, what is that I am? When you say I am, you are making a statement. I and am. Am means existence. I exist. And who says I exist? I say I exist. I am. I exist. Who is that I? The I am is pointing to I, which is consciousness. The I is the name of the consciousness. I is pointing to consciousness. Whenever we speak of I am, we are really referring to the consciousness. I is referring to consciousness, and means existence. So what is this consciousness? What do you mean by consciousness? Consciousness is the knowing principle, awareness, knowing principle. Everything else is known. I am aware of the stone, but stone is not aware of me. That's why I am conscious. The knowing principle is called consciousness, awareness. So whenever I speak of I am, I always refer to I, which is consciousness, and am, which is referring to existence. The consciousness and existence is my nature. Should somebody tell you that you exist? The proof is given required for a society. The society can tell you you are an engineer, or you are a man, or you are a woman. But anybody has to tell you that you exist. Your existence, my existence is self-evident to me. There's nobody, no proof is required. I am, I exist. The consciousness and existence is my nature. No proof is required for that. And that is my real nature, the consciousness and existence. In Sanskrit, it's called, consciousness is called Chit, and existence is called Sat. Sat and Chit is my nature. For this, there's no proof required. For everything else, I need a proof. or I need the body mind complex to understand. The body and mind complex is the tool or instrument of the I am. You go into a dark room. If I ask you a question, is there a chair? I don't know. I don't know whether there's a chair because I can't see. Your eyesight is required to see the chair. Is there a table? I can't see. I don't know. Do you exist? Yes, I exist. I am. So for that, there's no proof required. What is the nature of this I am? It is self-luminous. That means it doesn't require, it knows itself. I know myself. I know myself. I exist. This is called Sat Chit. Before I become aware of anything, I have to become aware of, I should be aware of myself. Otherwise, I can't become aware of anything. That means self-consciousness or self-awareness is my nature. I am awareness. Awareness doesn't require another awareness or another knowing to know that I exist. It's self-luminous. I am the self-luminous awareness. I am the light. This light is called Atma Jyoti, the light of the self. I am the light of the self. So first, if I have to see there is a chair, first I have to become aware of myself. Then I say there's a chair. So self-awareness is first and awareness of the object next. The chair is there. That self-awareness is my nature, which is self-luminous. It is the light itself. What kind of light? Light of knowing, light of awareness. That's called Atma Jyoti. That's what I am. But throughout our life, we live as if I am a body, I am a mind, or I am my social identity. I forget my real nature, this self-luminosity. I forget myself as I am Atma Jyoti, the light of the self. If somebody asks, where are you? Where is that really I is? What should I say? What do I say? I show my chest. I have a feeling that I is somewhere inside this body. The feeling of I is somewhere inside the body, I. Is it really so? I think I am the body. The I is the body. Because everybody addresses in the society to me through the body, and I start thinking I am the body. It's a wrong understanding of the self. I have heard a story. There is a temple elephant. Every year during festival time, the idol of God is kept on the back of the elephant, and the elephant marches through the streets of the city. Everybody gives respect to the idol, which is there on the back of the elephant. They throw flowers, they do namaskara. The elephant doesn't know that the namaskaram is done to the idol which is on the back. It thinks it's everything is done to me. And after some time, the elephant is retired. It becomes old. Now, no more it's involved in the procession. Now the elephant gets depressed because nobody comes and does namaskara to me. Nobody showers flower on me. All the while, the showering of the flower or doing namaskara was not to the elephant, but for the idol which was on the back. Similarly, when people talk to me, I think they are talking to the body. They are talking to the consciousness. The consciousness makes the body alive. The consciousness is the divine idol, and body is just an instrument. It's a vehicle. We confuse the vehicle with the self. The consciousness is the self, the vehicle is the body. Throughout our life, we live with this illusion. We mix up the vehicle, the body and mind with the consciousness. The body has no ability to know. The knowing ability is not doesn't belong to the body. For example, my fingers, with my fingers, I touch this cup, glass cup. Is the body knows it? Does the body know that there is a glass cup? The body, the sensations from the cup, glass cup, is experienced. I know that there is an experience of sensation. The knowing principle is different from the body. The body is just an instrument. Let us look at the other way. I see a flower. I see a fruit. I see a fruit. Definitely the fruit which I see is different from me because I am able to see it. If the fruit is one with me, I cannot see it. I see the fruit. So the eyes which see the fruit are different from the fruit. There is a separation. Eyes can see many things, right? The various colors. There are multiple, infinite number of colors in the world. Eyes can see the variety, but eyes cannot see itself. The seer cannot see itself. The seer is separate from the see. The seer cannot see itself. There is a variety of colors in the world, but eyes have no color. Eyes have just one black color. There is a variety in the sea, but the seer has no variety. Is the eye seer? Eye is also just an instrument. Who sees through the eyes? The mind is the seer and eyes are the seen. Eyes are the objects. When I see through the eyes, the world is an object and eyes are the subject. When I see as the mind, I know my eyes are not working. My eye has a swelling. There's a pain in the eyes. I have closed my eyes. Who knows it? Not the eyes, the mind. The mind is the eye, and just this physical eye is just an instrument. It's an object. The mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts. Who knows there is a thought in the mind? I am aware there are thoughts in the mind. I am aware there are no thoughts in the mind. The mind can see the eyes, but mind cannot see itself. Mind cannot know itself. Just like eyes can see the world, but eyes cannot see itself. The mind can see the eyes, but mind cannot see itself. Then who sees the mind? I am aware that there are thoughts in the mind. Who is that I? That is real I. I am the consciousness I, which I speak of I always, that I, the consciousness, is aware that there is a thought in the mind. I is also aware that when the thoughts are not there, there's no thought in the mind. This awareness is the final principle. Awareness can see everything else, but awareness cannot see itself. I am that awareness, and that awareness is the sakshi or the witness. It's a silent witness. It's a non-judgmental witness, silent witness of what's happening in the mind, what's happening in the body and what's happening in the world without any judgment. The real seer, the real seer is the witness, the sakshi, which is the consciousness, which is the I principle which I speak of in I am. That is the witness. There's nobody to witness the I principle, because witness is the self-luminous principle. It knows itself, and it can know anything else. It knows itself as I am. It cannot know. It can know everything else. The knowing principle. It is silent, non-judgmental. It just witnesses. When I say witness, what is the meaning of witness? The word witness we have heard in the court. When two parties are arguing, there's an accident somewhere, and the two parties are fighting. Who is at fault? Then the judge asks for a witness. The witness is impartial, who is neither belongs to this party or that party, just impartial witness. Similarly, the sakshi in me is the impartial witness. It's non-judgmental. It doesn't take sides. It is the only consciousness principle knows everything, and that principle I am. That's called Atma. That's called sakshi, the real I. And the real I is confused with the body. Whenever I speak, I ate food. The food eating is happening by body, but I is confused with the body. It's not true. How? Look at your body. Close your eyes and experience the body. What is body? Body is nothing but a sensations. A set of sensations is what I call as body. The body has a form, sensations. I am aware of the sensations. That's why the body is an object. The body is not me. Body is different. I am the seer and body is seen. The body is an object. I am the subject. Who is that I am? The consciousness, awareness. I am not the body. I am just aware of the body because I am aware of the sensations of the body. I am also aware of there's no sensation of the body when there's no sensation. For example, pinch my body. I can feel the pain. Remove the pinching. There's no pain. So the pain or sensation of the body is an object, not the subject. I am the awareness separate from the object. And that I am is the presence or the witness or the consciousness. And or also it's called now principle because it's always there in the present. It's called presence. I am, sakshi, atma, all means same thing. Being. They are all meaning same thing. The body is not, I am not the body, but I am aware of the body. I am aware of myself as consciousness. I am. So sometimes I confuse myself with the mind. How? I am happy, I am unhappy. Happiness and unhappiness are the states of the mind. I am happy, I am aware that I am happy. So that means I am aware of happiness. I am awareness who knows the state of the mind. Mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts. There are thoughts. I'm not able to think. There are no thoughts. Presence and absence of thoughts is known by me. I'm awareness. I'm not the thoughts or the mind. I am not the body, not the mind. I am pure consciousness. Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivananunane, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm pure consciousness. This is the understanding. Awareness. The pure consciousness alone is the seer. One who sees sees with the eyes is not the body. One who sees through the eyes is the awareness. One who thinks through the mind is the one who knows the mind is the awareness. Awareness is not the mind. Awareness is not the body. I am that awareness. This is what is meant by when Buddha says, I am awareness. All the identities are superimposed on awareness. Body identity is superimposed on awareness. Mind identity is superimposed on awareness. But awareness is none of this. I am the awareness, consciousness. So this nature of this awareness, it's self-luminous. I don't need anybody to tell me I am aware, I exist. Awareness is I am self-evident. I exist, I am aware. And I can become aware of anything else, objects. What I become aware of is the objects. The awareness is the self-luminous light, and awareness in me, awareness in you, awareness in everybody is same. Is one light. One nature of awareness is one. There's no two different awareness. It's only one awareness operating through all. And that is called Atma. My real nature is the Atma, the self. And everything is available in the light, in my field of awareness. What is available to me is called object. This thought. And awareness is unaffected by these objects. Thoughts appear and disappear. Nothing happens to the object, awareness. Body is born, grows up, becomes old. Nothing happens to I am, the awareness. "20 years back, I was young, the body was young. Now I am a bit old. After some time, I become old man. Body changes. The awareness just witnesses. There's no change in the awareness. And that awareness is called Atma, the self. It is not affected by the body, mind, or anything happening in the body and mind. That is my real nature. So I told three aspects of me: what world thinks of me, what I think of myself, and what really I am. What really I am is awareness. Awareness is the knowing principle. Awareness is the sakshi, the witness, which knows which knows different things happening in the body and mind, but it doesn't get changed. I wake up. When I wake up, that body appears in the morning. When I go to dream, this body disappears and dream body appears. In deep sleep, the deep dream body also goes. No body is there in deep sleep. This body appears, the body is just like an instrument appearing and disappearing. Nothing happens to me, the real I, witness, which is using these instruments of waking state body, dream state body, deep sleep body. There is a confusion which is created between the instrument and real I. I am the real I principle, the awareness. I am the sakshi. I am the witness. And my nature is peace. This is what is meant by Sat Chit Ananda. I means consciousness. Chit, am means existence. Sat and Ananda means bliss. My nature of bliss is really exposed in deep sleep. And during waking state also, through Atma Dhnana, I can discover my peace, my real nature as peace. And that is meant by Sat Chit Ananda. I am the witness Sakshi, whose nature is Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss. With this, we'll close the discussion for today. Tomorrow we'll take up another topic. Questions there? There are questions. I'll answer the questions. Okay. So, is I am the individual soul? The first question is I am and the individual soul mean same thing? When I say individual soul, where is the individuality for me coming? The individuality for me is individual soul is called in Sanskrit, it's called Jiva. Okay. Whereas I am is called Sakshi, Chaitanya. The Jiva, the Chaitanya, a part of Chaitanya or Chaitanya, when it identifies with the body and mind, it becomes individualized. It acquires a personality. Even though personality doesn't belong to that. That one with the personality is called individual soul, Jiva. When you remove the personality aspect, the Jiva or individual soul is nothing but awareness, which is Sakshi. The Sakshi is universal principle. It's not individual to anybody. It's universal consciousness. It's universal. The Sakshi is there in me, Sakshi is there in you, Sakshi is there in everybody, and the Sakshi in each of us is same. It's universal. The witness, awareness. The witnessing principle is same. See, for me, for you, for everybody, the earth is same. The air we breathe is same. The space where we live is same. One space is there, in all of that we live. Similarly, one awareness is there, and in that awareness, the body-mind complex operates. And that awareness is called Sakshi, the witness. That awareness is the knowing principle. It's not individual. When it is individualized, it is called Jiva. And the individualization is coming because of the body-mind complex superimposed on the self. There's really no individuality. It's like, for example, in this room, I am in this room. There's a space inside the room. There's a space outside. The space inside the room, I call it as my house, my space. And the space outside the room, I call as outside space. The space is one. The individual consciousness is same as the witness consciousness, Sakshi. But because of the limitation of the body and mind, I assume that it is me, individual. So, is I am the real subject? Yes, that's called Atma. I am is pointing to I, which is consciousness. The consciousness is the Atma. I am is I existence and consciousness, which is pointing to real I, which is Atma, the consciousness, the witness. Okay. So we have to say there's an object which is seen in the world through sense organs, or the thoughts are also objects. And there is a subject. The subject is of two types, a real subject and apparent subject. Apparent subject is Jiva, individual consciousness. The real subject is Sakshi, the witness. The real subject is same for everybody, Atma. The real subject and apparent subject. Real man and apparent man. Apparent man is the individual consciousness. Real man is the Sakshi. Real you is the Sakshi. Apparent you is the Jiva. Apparent Jiva identifies the body and mind. Whereas real you, there's no identification. It witnesses the body and mind. The space inside the room can be called as I am. The space outside the room as I. That's the next question. Actually, the space inside the room is what I call Sakshi, I am. And the total space is called I, the consciousness, awareness. Okay. So with that, we'll close the session today. So there is another question here. Atma and spirit mean the same thing. See, there's one question here called Atma and the spirit mean same thing. See, I'm a little bit, the Sanskrit word and English words are totally confusing. Okay, there's no real actual word for Sanskrit word equivalent in English. In the English word, when you use the soul, spirit, they don't have proper, they're not appropriate words. Sanskrit only gives the right meaning. So I won't equate Atma and the spirit because I don't know what are the connotations of the spirit in English. Okay. So we should, as far as possible, we try to use the Sanskrit word. When I say Atma, you simply understand as I, real I, not the false identity called I. The real I is Atma. So I don't know whether you want to call it a spirit because these English words are confusing. I would prefer to use the word Sanskrit word, Atma, the self. Or English word, equivalent of English word for Atma is self, S-E-L-F, where S-E-L-F is capital S, capital E, capital L, capital F, self. And the Jiva or individual consciousness, English word, Sanskrit word is S-E-L-F, small s, small e, small l, small f, S-E-L-F. So the another question is I am beyond the subject and object. Yes, I am beyond subject and object. I am pure consciousness. It's beyond subject and object. Okay. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow to continue the discussion.